Control your thoughts and create your own reality. That sounds like a lot of bull. Positive affirmations. Do they work? Maybe so. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips on how you can make your own positive affirmations work for you. Now, if you're looking for a little extra motivation, YouTube is filled with thousands and thousands of positive affirmation videos promising you a different look at your dismal world. A lot of them try to make you feel like they've cracked some sort of secret code to your mundane consciousness. Look, it's not that complex, people. Let me explain. The idea that positive affirmations work is the same idea that you can program your mind to accept some sort of concept. In this case, being happier. So, how can you do that? This brings us to tip number 1. Ah, man, I gotta write stuff? Well, hold on. A lot of us hold some sort of negativity towards ourselves. Maybe it's our personality, maybe it's our looks, maybe it's both of those. I'm a sad person. But listen, your mind sometimes doesn't know the difference between reality and fantasy. Here's what I mean by that. For instance, when you're watching a movie and you're really getting into it and one of the characters suddenly makes you start to cry. You see, your mind has been tricked into empathizing for these characters who otherwise you know in real life don't exist. Frozen 2. Ryan, Elsa's not real.
They only had each other.
Okay. So knowing this, you want to make a list. Make sure that you put criticisms down that maybe you've been holding on to for a long time, or maybe whether it's something a sibling said or a friend said, or you just say to yourself. For example, I am unworthy. Now, don't judge the accuracy of this statement, just write it down for now and we'll come back to it later. Also, while you're writing this down, I want you to make note of any physical symptoms you might be feeling as well as you're writing these down, such as the feeling of dread in your stomach or your muscles tightening. That brings us to step number 2. Now, this is where you take those negative affirmations you've been writing down and flip them on their head. Now you want to start making a list of things that you do like about yourself. For instance, if you wrote down, I am not worthy, simply flip that to, I am worthy. Then jot down 1 or 2 ideas of why you are worthy. I like to personally make a list of 5 to 10 positive statements before I move on to this step 3. Okay, so now you've written your list, but you're not gonna do any favors for yourself by just leaving that list down on your nightstand or in the notes on your phone forever. This is where you actually need to take action on the statements you just made. How do you do that? By saying them out loud. But Ryan, what if I'm busy? Look, I've heard a million excuses. I've given a million excuses. You have no excuse to dedicate some time for self-care. But if you are living on the clock, the easiest way you can incorporate these positive mantras into your life is by doing them first thing in the morning in the mirror. I like to have a sticky note with my positive affirmations written right there so I can look at them and say them in the face first thing in the morning, right when I'm fresh. Okay, we did it. No, you're not done yet. Remember earlier when I mentioned that you may feel physical symptoms when you state a negative affirmation? Well, now you want to anchor the affirmation in your body. Okay, not like that. See, what you're trying to do is anchoring this affirmation with the way you feel. So by placing your hand on your stomach as you feel that feeling of dread, etc. Also, something to do right here is to start incorporating some breath work. Wait, Ryan, like this? No. See, the idea here is to kind of let those new mantras sink into your body. So by breathing in and out, you can follow along with a meditation app or a meditation video. By doing this, it kind of resets your parasympathetic nervous system and brings your stress levels down. I know like a lot of this sounds like a bunch of hippie crap, but believe me, from personal experience, it's one of those things that truly changed my life, especially living in chronic pain. And the idea is as you keep repeating these mantras and affirmations daily, you want to make them into a real part of your life. So instead of just saying these positive things, you want to start actually believing them. And by doing it over and over and over again through repetition, you can get there. And if you want to take it up a notch, don't do it alone. We may have associated negative affirmations based on what other people have said about us. So by having other people relay a positive affirmation onto you, it may help rebuild this self-hate that you've developed. It may reset that judgment. And if you don't feel quite comfortable doing this with another person, you can always keep doing it with yourself in a mirror. Affirmations can truly be a great way to help boost your mood and your life in general. But to get real results, you really need to discover the root cause of why you have these negative thoughts. By addressing those things, I'm sure you can strive forward. I mean, hell, try and see if it works for you. Remember, I'm Ryan, and I'll see you in the next video.